name is Megan, and today I've got the second episode of my favorite leading male characters for you. This is a series that I started last year, I think, and then I just kind of let it go. So I figured, you know, it's March, let's get back into doing this. There's a lot to talk about today, so let's just dive right into who's on today's list. The first guy I'd like to talk about for today's list is Atticus from the Iron Druid Chronicles. I love Atticus. He is just one of my favorite sassy male characters of all time, and I love him to pieces. So Atticus Sullivan is the last druid. He has been around for a long time. And he's kind of found a way to achieve immortality, but only sort of. And at least in this first book, he runs a little like occult bookshop in the middle of Arizona because he is on the run from some of the deities that are, you know, around. So in this book series, also like the Greek gods, the Irish gods, the Norse gods are still around. They're still kicking, but Atticus has been around long enough to make a lot of people very, very angry. And a lot of those people want to kick his ass. So, you know, he's on the run. He's very sarcastic, he's funny. So the second guy on today's list is going to be Kane from the Kane Chronicles. I love Carter to pieces. He's funny and he's very like older brother. He wants to protect his younger sister, and you know, he wants to make sure everything is going okay, and you know, he's just such an interesting character. He's very like loving and caring and kind, but he's also a little bit, he's just a little dumb sometimes. But you know, what boy character at like 12 and 13 isn't? He's just super cute, and I love how smart he is and just how determined he is to make sure that they make it through the stuff that they go through in these books, and I love him to pieces. So the next guy on today's list is going to be Ethan Sullivan from the Chicagoland Vampire series, and this is actually the only book cover where he actually makes an appearance. So I really, really love Ethan. He starts off as kind of this stubborn, asshole, standoffish kind of guy, and as you make your way through this whole series, he kind of opens up. He's still very, very stubborn because, you know, he's the head vampire in charge, and he's got to kind of be, you know, a little stubborn. But I really love Merritt's nickname for him. It's Darth Sullivan, which I find immensely hilarious. And Ethan's just a really lovable guy, and he's very like macho, but not overly macho, you know? Ethan's just really kind and caring once you get to know him, and once you get into these books farther. He's just such a good vampire character. He's one of my favorite vampires. So the next book on this list is going to be Julian Blackthorn from the Dark Artifices series. But Julian is one of my favorite characters. I love how kind and caring he is, and just how much of like he takes care of his siblings. Like he became their surrogate dad when he was maybe 15, 16. So he's been taking care of his younger siblings for a long time, and he is basically raising them, and I just love that about him. And I love how much he cares for his siblings, and there's so many things that you could say about Julian. He's just like such a rock star of a character, but he's also dealing with his own stuff, and he tries to keep that stuff away from his siblings. The last guy on today's list is going to be Numair from the Tortallon saga. Numair has always been one of my favorite characters from the Tortall universe, and not gonna lie, I probably had a crush on him when I was like, you know, 14, because he's amazing. He actually gets his own prequel book now, and that is Tempest and Slaughter, and I'm hoping for more books in this series eventually. But Numair's always been a favorite of mine. He's such a nerd, and he's a dork, and he's very sweet and kind and just heart-melting, and he's one of my favorite characters of all times. Like I said, I had a crush on him when I was a kid, still kind of do. He's just amazing, and I love him to pieces. Alright, so that is it for the second episode of my favorite male main characters. Who is one of your guys' favorite male main characters? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also hit the notification button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys!